What's happening, guys? It's your boy Big Rob coming to you from the kitchen today. Shout out to those of you who've liked the videos, have been getting me feedback of these 60-second C's I've been posting every week. People have been saying, man, I wish it was longer, and I wish you'd post more. So here's an answer to you guys who are looking for like a longer video. I'm gonna give you a little bit more today. I want to talk about happiness. Happiness. What is happiness? What is happiness to you? Or an even more question, a more important question is, are you happy? Are you happy? I had to ask that question when I was about 19 years old. I asked that question, and because I really had to wonder and figure out, like, what is happiness for me? And it took me about a year. It took me about a whole year to really come up with a good answer. And I kid you not, once I found out what that answer was, once I found out what happiness was for me, I've been happy every single day of my life since then. Even when life got tough, even when it got unbearable sometimes, if someone were to ask me, Robin, are you happy? Immediately I would say yes. So, are you curious to find out what my answer is? I think most people would be, because if you were to ask somebody, are you happy? A lot of people would say no. I'm not happy because I don't have this. I'm not happy because I'm not here in life. I'm not happy because I'm not making this amount of money. And so my answer is this, is that we, even a Declaration of Independence talks about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness. Well, to me, I don't believe that happiness is a pursuit, because if it is a pursuit, then by definition you may never get it. It may always be elusive. And so for me, happiness is a decision. Happiness is a decision. So the question is, how do you just decide to be happy? Well, we've all know what it's like to lose something. A lot of times we don't know what we have until it's gone, and we don't know what we've been missing until it shows up. And so the thing is, happiness is knowing what you have while you have it. Knowing what you have while you have it. Several years ago, there was a movie called Castaway with Tom Hanks. Just a little spoiler alert, he does get saved from the island. But I remember watching this movie, and at the end of the movie, he was talking to this guy, and his voice got low, and he says, "Man, I'm in a room. There's 4 walls surrounding me. I'm talking to you. I never thought that this would ever happen. I thought I'd be, stuck on that island forever. But," he said, "but yet here I am, in a room, 4 walls, I'm talking to you." And then he looks down at his glass, and a tear comes down his eyes. And then he says, "There's ice in my glass. There's ice in my glass." And then I remember watching that in the theater and thinking, bam, that's happiness. That's what happiness is. It's knowing the little things, that there's ice in my glass. And it's pretty much gratitude. It's not taking for granted what we have. I read of some statistics, and I don't know how accurate the statistics are, but it was still very thought-provoking, that if you have food in your fridge, clothes on your back, and a roof over your head, and a place to sleep, you're richer than 75% of the world. If you have money in the bank, in your wallet, and some spare change, you are among the top 8% of the world's wealthy. And if you woke up this morning with more health than illness, and you're more blessed than the millions of people who will not survive this week. And also, if you have never experienced the danger of battle, the agony of imprisonment or torture, or the horrible pangs of starvation, you are luckier than 500 million people who are alive and suffering. And if you can read, you are more fortunate than 3 billion people in the world who cannot read at all. So, just a little perspective. It's making a decision that, no, I have 2 eyes, I have ears, I can see, I have command of the English language, I have air in my lungs. There's things that I have, and I'm living in a country where a lot of other countries don't have these privileges. And so it's, no matter how hard your life gets, how hard how tough your day gets, give some perspective and understand that, you do have it better off than a lot of people. And when you have that perspective of these things, and you know what you have while you have it, you'll be that much happier, and you'll have that revelation that, you know what, happiness is not a pursuit, it's a decision. Have a great week, you guys. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, share, and I'll see you next week.